whole town. The king of rock, cool, can be my hobby and job. And when I come and bring the rock, it's up and stuff and all. The king of rock, boy, can be my hobby and job. And when I come and bring the rock, it's up and stuff and all. The king of rock, cool, can be my hobby and job. And when I come and bring the rock, it's up and stuff and all. The king of rock, boy, can be my hobby and job. And when I come and bring the rock, it's up and stuff and all.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you are currently watching Sexiest Man Alive in the universe, and he's back. Now, I know a lot of my subscribers have kind of been catching on to my latest trend, and they said, yo, Steve Rowe, I'm kind of curious. And I thought to myself, okay, what are you curious about? Anyways, they further commented and said, I sense a heel turn. A heel turn? And I thought to myself, you know, I remember back in the Gap, I used to make videos just strictly from YouTube, record, then I would put it on there, my camera broke. And I said, you know what, man, that seems like a pretty good idea. I used to be heel. When I first came on this YouTube channel and nobody liked me, I went in the TTC, Trash Talker Circle. I butted some heads in the YWC with Charlie Wolf Cow. You know, we butted heads at the very beginning, didn't like each other. Now we're friends, you know, but he didn't like me at first. But I was heeling this motherfucker when I first came on here, and that was about 3 years ago. I've been face the last couple of years. Now I've decided, what the hell? Why not be heel again? New and improved heel. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, are you going to go back to that annoying Sexiest Man Alive gimmick? No. It's going to be a new and improved, straight edge, straight gutter, straight trash talking shit straight from the mouth. I'm going to attack YouTubers when they least expect it, and I'm going to choose my battles wisely. No longer am I going to come on here and just be annoying and troll and this and that. I'm going to have a reason for coming after YouTubers. Yes, in the future, I plan on coming after YouTubers, but in the meantime, I'm going to sit quietly, sit patiently, and wait for my time to attack. The best plan of defense is not to tell anybody what your plan is. It's almost like being a snake in the grass, and I strike you when you least expect it. But anyways, enough with the gimmick, enough with the promo. You guys want to hear a review, right? Is that what we're talking about, Elimination Chamber? Okay, first of all, I thought the show was going to be great. I had a kind of good feeling about it, despite the fact the storyline sucked. I said, you know what, this show probably has potential to be great. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it has potential to be good. I was always a fan of Elimination Chamber. Always some of the best Elimination Chamber winners came from there. Some of the greatest matches. In my opinion, I think Elimination Chamber is one of the best gimmicky pay-per-views other than the Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank. I'm not really a fan of Survivor Series anymore. I seldomly tolerate it, but I'm just not really a fan of it like I used to be. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the review. We're going to kick off with the it's actual tag team elimination tournament. You had the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons started off in the ring. Then Tyson Kidd and Cesaro come in. Then Los Mocoadores comes in at 4. I can't pronounce their names, so don't judge, okay? The Prime Time comes out. And then last but not least, the New Day is final. The first team to get eliminated was Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. They got eliminated by Primetime players? I think so. Then the Los Mocoadores got eliminated next. They got eliminated by the Ascension. Oh, no, the Ascension eliminates both of those groups. That's correct. And then the next group to get eliminated is Lucha Dragons got eliminated by the Ascension. And then Primetime players got eliminated. And then, the Ascension got eliminated by Primetime players. Then it was down to Primetime players and the New Day. The New Day ends up retaining the titles. Now, this tag match could have potentially... I think the problem with this tag match that they had, ladies and gentlemen, was there was really nothing like a oh my god moment or really nothing spectacular. I remember like that little midget guy from the Lucha Dragons tried to jump off from the ceiling and he couldn't land properly on Cesaro and Kidd, and you could tell they're waiting there like, come on. They're kind of coaching him to come on and jump down, and it didn't. At that point, it didn't look like a reality situation, like a reality fake. It looked more like obvious, like okay, obvious. This is just badly scripted. Also, bringing the New Day as the last group in, it seems kind of comical, especially if they're the tag team champions and you're trying to retain them as the tag team champions. I think they should have been out like third or maybe like second or like one of the first two groups in the ring. I think bringing them out last is kind of cliche because like, okay, well, they're supposed to win because they're the most freshest group of the six. First time ever they did a tag team match. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I mean, it was okay. It was all right. All right, so now we're gonna kick it off to the New Day wins the top. They win the match in 24 minutes. It was okay. It was an all right match. Next, you got Paige, Naomi, and Nikki. The match lasted 6 minutes, and Nikki won. I really thought they were gonna put Naomi over. I thought this was her chance. This was her time. Maybe they're building her up for like a SummerSlam match against Nikki or Paige, and she's gonna eventually take the title. But I think eventually you got to give the title to Naomi because it makes sense to give Naomi the title, you know. All right, next is you got Kevin Owens versus Cena. It was a 20-minute match. Kevin Owens wins the match. Look, Cena put Kevin Owens over. As much as I hate John Cena, I really don't hate him that much anymore because now he's just in the mid-card, and he's just burying NXT right now, except for the fact he put Kevin Owens over. But I really felt like this was a good match between both competitors. Not just Kevin Owens, but I felt like Cena really put a good match on. But Kevin Owens landed the STF better than John Cena did. I hate to say it, but he put it, like his finisher, he used Cena's finisher, looked better than when Cena uses it. I hate to say that. Kevin Owens is a really good wrestler, and I think he's the kind of guy that's versatile in his movesets, and I also think that he has the mic skills. He has this relentless, I don't give a fuck what people think of me attitude. It reminds me of like a young Brock Lesnar. And to me, I feel like Kevin Owens now signed a main roster contract. I think it's perfect because he kind of adds a little flair. He adds a little flair and excitement to the roster depth. Because that's what the roster depth is lacking right now, is lacking guys like a Kevin Owens who can cut a promo and can wrestle in the ring. But anyways, Kevin Owens wins, and I thought that was the best match of the night. This was a match that really got me intrigued, and I really was just amped up and fired up after this match was over, you know. All right, next you got Bo Dallas versus Adrian Neville. Neville wins in 9 minutes. Bo Dallas got buried by R-Truth. That's why I hate fucking R-Truth. I can't stand that fucking cocksucker. But you know what? I like the fact that Neville won. Obviously, they're giving him some type of slow build. And I don't know if they're going to eventually push him towards a title or they're going to push him towards like a U.S. championship or whatever. As of right now, they're just slowly giving him that build by winning pay-per-views. And I thought the match was okay. You know, nothing fancy. All right, then you got the IC Championship. Ziggler and Barrett start off in the ring. Then R-Truth comes in. Mark Henry comes in fourth, but like the glass thing got broken, and he comes in the ring, and then he came in at a time, and then Ryback comes in next, and Sheamus was the final character. Ryback wins the match in 25 minutes. I really thought that this was a good match. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was okay. I thought that they finally given Ryback a chance, you know, holding the title, giving him a chance. I think it's perfect because, yes, you don't want to give him like a main title push just yet because they failed after the Cena burial of Extreme Rules the year before. But I really felt like, okay, this is the best opportunity for WWE to seize their wrong, to right their wrong, and give Ryback like a proper push without just giving him the heavyweight title. The IC title was perfect to give Ryback, and I predicted he was going to win this match before the match started. Alright, finally the last match, you got Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. I thought the match was okay. Both of these guys can wrestle. They have a very non-limited moveset. You know, you got a high flyer, and Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose is just a kick-ass, stone-cold type of motherfucker. Don't give a fuck. He's a lunatic. Both of these guys got charisma, and that's what I like about both of these guys. I really felt like when Ambrose won the match, I was shocked. My mouth was open. I was like, wow, they're really giving Ambrose the title so soon. My previous video, I talked about how they need to keep the Shield away from each other, and they need to reunite at Mania and have a triple threat match, because I think that's what's going to happen. Like, it's announced that Reigns is going to have the briefcase, or he's going to be in the Money in the Bank. So I think he's going to win Money in the Bank. Dean Ambrose is going to win the Rumble. Seth Rollins will remain champion until Mania. That's my prediction. But Ambrose won the match, but then it was later disqualified because like Seth Rollins dragged the ref by the turnbuckle, and Ambrose hit him with a high flying knee move. I really felt like, okay, how many times has the referee got hit and they never called it disqualification? I mean, like, that almost happens a lot of the times. So why does it matter now that a referee got hit and that's the way the match ended? So they still made both competitors look strong overall. Dean Ambrose walked away with the title, and as far as I know, I didn't watch Raw yesterday, but he gave it back. I don't think he gave it back from what I heard. So I think it's perfect. Like, the storyline's perfect, because obviously these guys may fight again next month. But I really think they need to keep Dean Ambrose away from the championship. I think they should keep the belt on Seth Rollins till Mania. Ambrose wins the Rumble, and Roman Reigns wins the Money in the Bank. And then Roman Reigns cashes in at Mania. Roman Reigns wins the match and becomes a champion. As much as I kind of have my doubts about Roman Reigns, but at the same time, I'm willing to give him a chance because he's taken a step back from Mania, and they're kind of keeping him out of the main event. They're putting him at mid-card, which I think that's where he should be. And I think that they should eventually give Roman Reigns a chance just to see where it goes. If it doesn't work, you can always give it to someone else, you know. But I think they should give Roman Reigns a chance, you know. And I think Mania 32 would be a perfect scenery. And then there's that doubt that Dean Ambrose could win the title too at Mania, which is exactly why I don't think that Dean Ambrose should be nowhere near the main title picture until then. But overall, he asked me how the match was. Thought it was alright. The best match of the night, Cena and Owens. I thought the Divas match was okay. And I thought that, of course, the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins match was okay. The tag team title match was probably the worst one. Probably the worst of the night. But anyways, sexiest man alive in the universe is back. He's back. Officially is back. Did you miss me? Like, comment, subscribe. YouTube don't pay me for this, so I don't make any money off your subscriptions. But if you subscribe to me, you become a sexy subscriber. That's right, you become a sexy subscriber. So anyways, I'm out of this motherfucker. And before I go, I'm going to give a shout out to Dark Horse, Michael Colston, and Charlie Wolfcow, 3 of the YWC members, cool motherfuckers.